Well, that's it. Hydrofluoric acid and uranium oxide. So I'll put one in here, one in there, and react them to form uranium hexafluoride. Now the uranium hexafluoride is going to be used in the isotropic centrifuge to make fissile fuel. Well, we haven't built an isotropic centrifuge yet. I need lead, first of all. Let me see if I have any on hand. Well, I dug up some raw lead, that'll help. I only need about 6 ingots, so using the enrichment chamber should be enough. In the meantime, I've been whipping up uranium ingots like mad here. Oh, and before I forget, I am going to turn eject back on in case we want any more sulfuric acid. So yeah, that's a pretty healthy amount of uranium right there. Well, as much as uranium can be healthy, I mean. We go downstairs, stow it away. And I need I need more redstone for a basic gas tank. So, there we go. One isotropic centrifuge. And I am going to stick it right... How about here? Yeah, once I've got the uranium hexafluoride, I'll use it to make the fissile fuel, and that will be used to fuel an upcoming nuclear reactor. It's gonna take some doing. It's gonna take a bit though. Wait a minute. And now that I have uranium hexafluoride, I'll put it in this isotopic centrifuge. Yeah, there should be as much fissile fuel as there is uranium hexafluoride, so half of an advanced tank. Oh, but this process is going to take a bit, won't it? So the thing about these nuclear plants is, well, first off, all they really produce is heat. The heat boils coolant and drives a steam turbine. It's a bit like a giant tea kettle. However, the nuclear reactor and anything it touches while operating is radioactive and will irradiate the... I only had a gun. And and will irradiate the surrounding area, effectively making it completely uninhabitable. To prevent this, I need to put everything, the reactor, the turbine, and everything within 1 degree of separation of that, into the same chunk. Fortunately, the game gives you a nice little tip as to where the borders of the chunks are. So I'm going to pick this chunk and do a little bit of, well, I have to mark it out as separate somehow. Now chunks are 16 by 16. In this pack, the reactors that the quest will have you build are 5 by 5. I mean, their footprint anyway is 5 by 5. They're 9 blocks tall. Go into this. So I should be able to fit both the turbine and the plant, which are both 5 by 5 footprints. Kind of hard to see through all this. And anything I have to build in addition to that. I cannot say enough about this atomic disassembler. If I was using a sword, it would be like playing baseball, except instead of a strike you get hit. But anyway, I'd also like to make everything the same level. That means no hills, it'll just be flat. That way I'll avoid any complications building the plant when eventually I do. Huh. That's weird. Okay, yeah, I picked up some seeds that are used in one of the magic mods. I'm on the fence about doing those. I mean, yeah, they are part of the pack, but at the same time, I guess it depends on how good you are with science fiction versus fantasy. So now that I've dug up all this dirt, I'm going to use it as a sort of an amateur way of marking out the boundaries of the chunk. That way, when I eventually do get around to building the reactor and the turbine, I'll be able to know where to place them without having to use this F3G thing. I mean, you may call it cheaty if you wish, but the game actually, or the pack actually says to use it. And who might argue? Let's see here. And then there's the bit it has in common with the courtyard. I guess for that, what I'd want to do is put in some deep slate cobblestone. I think originally when I gamed this out, I was going to hold on, there we go. I was going to surround this with like a wall of deep slate cobblestone. But when I thought of that, I assumed, and wrongly as it turned out, that the area would be flat enough for me to do that. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Let me just move some stuff around here. I also got to cut down that tree. It'll be in the way. Usually I replant them, and this should be no different. But yeah, this is where the nuclear plant and the turbine will be located. And in addition to that, there's also stuff that processes nuclear waste, because believe it or not, the nuclear waste is actually the main reason for the plant. Reprocessed nuclear waste is a surprisingly hot commodity. It can be reprocessed into polonium and plutonium, and well, you saw earlier how I got some polonium as a reward. Well, why do you think I went? Why do you think I was so gung-ho about it? It's because of what you have to do to get plutonium. And polonium, for that matter. Where should I put this stuff? Anyway, yeah, like I said before, it's going to take some time to refine, or to use the isotopic separator. So in that time, I might want to raid another dungeon. And there's one you haven't seen yet. Well, I'll show you when we get to it, I suppose. Grief. And here it is. A blimp. Hovering way high up over the dark forest. And it's right by this village, too. Not sure what kind of village it is, but I don't know, maybe I'll find that out. And they've thrown down a nice convenient rope. What the? Well, this is interesting. I didn't think it would go down, but apparently it does, and it doesn't exactly lead anywhere. But they've thrown down a nice rope ladder. Well, it's a regular ladder, but I suppose it's supposed to take on the same function as a rope ladder. You know, I just had a really nasty thought. What if I climb up here all the way to the top and a skeleton shoots me? Like right then. A skeleton. Huh. Yeah, they're around. Bing. Hello, this is your friendly neighborhood service representative. Are you happy with your aluminum siding? Huh. Oh, it's kind of cramped in here. Where is the dungeon? I'm noticing a distinct lack of... Oh, it's up there. I was gonna say, there's a severe lack of dungeon in this dungeon. Wait, what was that? Okay, so yeah, I stepped on a switch, it tripped something, and I'm not sure what it tripped. Oh, here we go. Ah, look at this. Well, at least they're not armed with bows and arrows. Don't you think? Yeah, note the half slabs surrounding this spawner. That's why nothing spawned in the immediate vicinity, because of the half slabs. Things don't spawn on half slabs. What? There aren't any around here. Alright, before I get too lost in this place, I would, nothing in here, nothing in here. Ah! All the redstone I could ask for, and more besides. I'll also take this coal, too. I am going to need so much coal eventually. I'll go into more detail about that, but not now. I don't know whether you noticed this, but there's some redstone circuitry around. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. I've been around enough dungeon traps to... I've been around enough jungle temples to recognize a tripwire when I see it. Ooh, here we go again. What the... I didn't know soul lanterns could break. Okay, I'm going to retreat to a safe zone where there aren't any skeletons. I mean... I don't know where there aren't any... well, mobs, I should say. Blocks of redstone. I'm going to need some of that too. What the... oh boy. Well, I'd rather be blind than attacked. It's all the same. I lost my boots. There we are. Let me just get this spawner, like... well, that was progress anyway. Ah, here we are. Well, I took out the spawner in this room. I don't think I took out there's another one sort of hiding back there. Ah, and there's arrows in here. There's a distinct possibility that I would have... oh. Ah, this reminds me of something. You see that skeleton with the lighter in his hand? Well, back in the olden days of Vex and Super Hostiles, a lighter in the hand of an attacking... ooh, interesting. In the hand of an attacking enemy meant that that enemy would set you on fire. You need only have a look at playthroughs of Inferno Mines if you can find them. Oh, another thing about half slabs. You can't put anything on them either. You know, if I could just get some magma cream out of these, I could save on having to use slime and blaze powder, but then again I got a ton of potions of fire resistance. Whatever. So I'm going to put it right on there. There. How do you like that? Yeah, one at a time I can handle with this green sword. Ow! Oh. Yeah, and I knocked out the torch, too. You're probably wondering why I'm not using the diamond sword. Well, I'm a little hesitant to use it. It has a looting enchantment on it. That's why during that one trip for blaze rods, it only took me like 8 minutes to get like around 30 something blaze rods. Okay, if I took these redstone blocks, well, see, that redstone circuit is to a interesting. It goes on kind of back there. Yeah, and speaking of redstone circuitry, I'll take some. Yeah, I might need redstone circuitry. And I don't know whether it's probably, I don't necessarily mean for the nuclear plant either. Well, it doesn't sound as though anything happened. Alright, let me put some of this elsewhere, where it's out of the way. I need that, I could use that too. Also this. Well, considering that there was a nice ladder down there, I don't really need the jetpack, do I? Let me see if there's more of this place. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. Clever way to hide something. Oh, charming. It's taking a bit of time for this loot chest to actually open. I'm wondering if the reason is because there's like a map or something in there. Oh, apparently. Oh, hello. What have we here? Hello, indeed. This is another dungeon map. And to think I was actually running out of them. Dungeons, I mean. Yeah, it has a lot to generate when it generates a dungeon map. I'm gonna take this and put it in here. A pickup upgrade. I could use one of those. I could use a second pickup upgrade for another backpack in case I decide to... I didn't know I could put 2 of those at once, but it seems kind of redundant. Buckets. Yeah, we seem to need those. Zombie flesh. Well, I do have a use for zombie flesh. Very clever of them, though, hiding a map. You know, it's interesting. I saw another blimp, like, right near that mansion. I doubt I'd rather not raid the thing on the air, but it's not exactly the worst idea to raid the thing off the air and see what it has. I suppose it makes sense. I mean, this is a blimp, and blimps have a nice aerial view of stuff. So I suppose it would see dungeons and such when it hovered over them. all the armor I can find. Ah, and that's the pickup upgrade working. What else is there to this blimp? Pretty cramped area in here. Couldn't have missed anything, could I? Yeah, it does look like there's more around. I'm going to be picking up that coal, so... I'll take that. Do you think there's something in the dispenser? I guess not, but it wouldn't hurt. Can't blame a guy for trying, though, can you? Yeah, now I get to the eternal question of, have I truly raided this entire dungeon? I might have. I might not have. But then you consider what I got out of it. I was not expecting there to be a nice hidden map in there. So I suppose we can count that as finished. Guess here's just the front compartment. So with that in mind, I'm going to see if I can get out of here, go back down. I see skeletons somewhere near. Oh boy, there's one. Ah, but still, it's not like I fell that far, did I? Oh, look at that. A skeleton fighting a zombie. Well. Well, now that that's happening. Okay, well, now that that's finished, I'm going to see what this place is. It might be an ordinary village. It doesn't really look like one, does it? I think it is, actually. Those are just plain old-fashioned villagers. The only difference seems to be soul lamp. That there are that's lit by soul lamps as opposed to regular ones. Yeah, I'm not going to take too much of a look at this place. Instead, we're going to go back home, and hopefully the uranium hexafluoride will be ready. Or not the uranium hexafluoride. The fissile fuel will be ready. So I'll catch up with you then. But first, there's another blimp to raid.